Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from whenever you're calling in from or watching this recording from. How was your week? Uh, Weekend, I should rather say. Had a good weekend. I just came back not too long ago. I had a program in our church. I was playing the keyboard for the women's program. So came back. I'm a bit cut right now, but I just thought I should just hop in and just look at the charts so that we can see what the week has in store for us. I'm quite excited about this week. Why? Because if you can see my screen, you can see all the red folders all over the place. So I'm really expectant of a good trading week this week. Last week was equally good, so I expect this week to be better. So because if you can see all the way from Monday down to Thursday, we have several news releases. Friday might be a bit quiet because of bank holidays happening, all over the place. So one day I'm really particular about is on Wednesday. That's the OPEC meetings because it means that we probably might see a lot of movements with the card and the oil. So guys, just be on the lookout. It's a good week. Remember, I don't necessarily trade news. Even do I, even when I trade news, I'm just possibly just looking for a short win. I only look at news just to guide me with my trades. So if you guys trade news, just you have your charts. You have all of the news releases that will be happening from Monday down to Thursday for you to take advantage of. Some of us that don't trade news just use the news as your guide as you trade your make your trades, put in your trades, and if you're not comfortable, you can always wait till the news releases have passed so you can trade the aftermath. Okay, so straight up to the charts. Let's see what the chart has for us. I mean, I don't know, was it Friday or Thursday? It was just mind blowing. I don't know what happened in the market. Everything just started turning upside down. you know, Out of nowhere, I saw this AUDJPY push up. I was really not expecting this to happen at all. I don't know what happened. It just came in and blew the roof open. Could you imagine that push up? Was really. I wish I was on the buy side. Well, never would have known because, as you can see, it's been in this consolidation for quite some time. It came into it in last year December 2018. It came in last year December. So we're expecting now still because it's not been able. It broke out of it, but came back into it. So it's been in there for quite some time. So I was expecting to just continue now. But as you can see, this kind of anomalies, I would call them, happen sometimes. So now what I'm expecting for this pair is for this guy, I won't take this thing until it comes back down. I need this to come back down here. Who knows? This might actually be a fake breakout for you to continue, but that's so strong. So I would really expect this to come back down here before I can begin to look for my buy on this trade. Yep. So if it comes close, I'm not going to bother. I just need it to come back to that level that it broke out of because that was a strong level. At least I need to see close to at least the highest level here, before I can start looking for opportunities to trade it. So somewhere around here, if I see it come close to this area, I might start looking for trades or just wait for it to come back to that 79.690 or 79.70 level. So that's AUDJPY for anyone that wants to look at that trade together with me. So it might take a while before that trade comes down. Now, that's not to say it's not possible for it to just keep going up. If it does keep going up, I'm not going to bother about it. I'm just going to let it go. Just going to let it go till it gets to this another key level. How do I find my levels on my higher time frame? Look at this. See how I found this level? I found this level based on, let me see why I got that level here. I got this level because of these levels. Yep. And I got this level. How did I get this? I got this level because of this level. Let me see. This particular one here, price came into it and bounced. So I felt it was a key level to look at. And if you see something, this is something else that's close to it. Another one here that's close to it. Another one here that's close to it. So identify that. And then this level I got because of the previous high. and I got this level. I can see where I'm coming from. Then if you drop down to your smaller time frame, they can be as your guide for how you treat this level because of the previous level it was in. See, was that in that level and it hit that level before bouncing? I got this level because of the previous level. So that's how I look for my level. So price needs to go back into them before I start looking for trades. So if it comes back into them, I'm going to look for a sell, because it will always have a reaction. So that's AUDJPY. So needed to come down before the next push up. Been in this trade for a while. It's broken this level. I thought it was going to hold it, but it kind of pushed down a bit, and now it broke it. So if you're looking for a trade, it's already started moving. So I would say for this one, I entered all the way from the bottom here. So for this one, if you're looking for this trade, if you can find it coming back down, but it's risky though, because it's just really been struggling there. So it's already on the high. So if you want to look for a trade there, just look for it to come back down, for it to push up, or you wait for it to push, it may just push all the way up, then look for your trade at this level. Yep. So you could ignore this because you can see it's struggling. You could just ignore it altogether and wait for it to, even if it does this, because it may just do that and then continue down there. So what you need to do is probably just let it push to the upside and look for your trade at that level. Look for your trade at that level. That will be your level there, and then you can take it to the upside. So that is your Euro Swiss franc. So moving on to the next one, AUD USD. This is one of those ones that's pushed out of, came down. Yeah, I was expecting this to happen. I didn't even expect it to come this low. Remember, guys, I was telling you it's going to come to this level. I even extracted the video from where I spoke about that. I expected to come to that trade zone and then drop, but I didn't know it was going to come this deep. Well, anyway, not to talk of it coming all the way back up, but that was quite okay. I wasn't even in it anyway, so it wasn't really something I should have been bothered about. I missed the entry. I missed all of this as well. So now look at what price is doing. Price has broken out of that trade zone. It's come back into it. So this might be a good trade to enter. But remember, just because it's showing it like this doesn't mean it's foolproof. That is to say that once you just jump in, then you can always win it. This possibility might just keep coming down or retest that level and then drop. You never know, but you cannot be afraid of it. You can never know, but you have to trade it anyway, because that's a good strategy. I mean, that's a good trade. It broke out a strong engulfing candle, broke out and then came back into the zone. Normally, if you follow the trading rules, it means you should just trade it at this level and look for your TP on the next level. Yep. So, but if it fails, doesn't mean you're a bad trader. You didn't enter at the right place, because even though you look at it, you can see. Let me see now. Let me see if I can take that away. As you can see, although it looks sideways, but it's forming kind of a trend. There's a trend here. So you can see there's a trend on this level. So it means it's an upward trend, so you can use that as one of your order confirmations as well. So, but remember, that doesn't mean you should throw in a standard there. The reason why you manage your money is just to ensure that just in case it doesn't go according to plan, you can always protect your account. So that's that trade. It's already at a key place to start looking for. I think I might actually take that, go open a trade there. Where would be your TP that level? 0.72387. Where would be your stop loss? Possibly that level, this previous low. Some may take it at that level, but I would prefer to do it here just in case it doesn't. Maybe somewhere around here, a little bit below this level, probably around here. Let me just draw that out. So maybe somewhere around here. Excuse me. Can do that somewhere around here, or maybe even closer. It really depends on how much I'm willing to lose. And that would be my TP. See the level, TP, stop loss. Yep. So I enter at this level. So stop loss. All of this is my stop loss. All of this is my TP. That's a good risk to reward, if you ask me. Okay, so moving on straight up to Euro NZD. Fantastic trade for some of us that were in this one with me. Remember where we started from? Started from that level. That's too busy. Started from that level. We entered that trade at this level. Let me see if I can find a better. Okay, that's a better one. I entered it at this level, got a different entries. One, I got another one here, got another one here, I think. Got another one here. I think I got another one here, but I think I don't know if I lost this one because it came back down. So, but now most of them have been taken. I only have the one here remaining. So right now, this is where price is at. Price has gone to that level, key level that we talked about. That price was going to get to. It got to that level and started dropping. I'm of the opinion that they might just keep pushing up. I'm not sure. Remember, the general bias was that price was going to do that double bottom and then push to that level. So we've just scratched the surface, if you ask me. How many pips have we taken out of this already, counting from where we entered? If we were to count it from here, that would be, yes, 450 pips from there. So right now I'm expecting this to just be a pullback for continuation. That is what I'm thinking. May just continue from where it has stopped. So, but that's not to say that you don't have a possibility of this happening. It might be showing this sign of saying that, okay, it dropped and I want to keep pushing, I want to come back and then start pushing up. That may just be a fake breakout. We just decide to just continue down. So if you're not in this, if you want to take the risk, but if you enter at this level, this is where you're going to get, this is where your entry is going to be at, so missing all of this. So if you want to wait for it to come back down again, that may be your trade, because it will be at a key level, but then you also risk losing it, because who knows, this is a very strong move. That may just be what is trying to do that, to do this, to continue to the downside. So I would say best way to handle this trade is to ignore it altogether. There's nothing wrong about sitting on your hands and ignoring a trade, especially if the trade is not clear, if you don't get a clear indication that it's a buy or a sell. Because this is a strong bullish movement, so you would definitely expect pullbacks if price is going to continue. So just wait until price comes back into this level, then you can confirm it's still ripe to continue to the upside. There's nothing wrong in you waiting for the market at all. In fact, that's how I become successful in my trades. I learned to wait. I learned to be patient with the trade. I don't jump. I don't have FOMO. If you're missing out, if some people might say this is too long to wait, but yeah, which would you rather? Would you rather lose your money or just sit down and increase your chances of winning that trade? All right. So wait for that to come into that level so you can continue to the upside, joining in the trade. The other one, I've lost two or three of the other trades because I've moved my stop loss to. Well, I actually wanted to move them close just so I don't get this. So this doesn't come in and take me out. I didn't want to take that risk. So I bagged a few pips. So I'm now waiting for the last one. But if it keeps pushing down, I think my next stop loss is somewhere around here. This is the lowest I would allow. I would allow this thing to come before price takes me out, and I'll secure the rest of the bag. So that's that one. So wait for this to go all the way up. Oh, I cleaned that. I'm going to put that again. And wait for it to go all the way up, and then you can continue to the upside. So, but for the downside, I would say, okay, wait for this to come into that level, because that would be, it will not be making it to cut out the previous low. Then the next low would be that level. Remember that level we cut here, and then if it breaks that, would be that level. So you want to trade, but I'm not really looking to sell this market anytime soon until when I'm sure that it's coming down totally. Another one was this one that we were looking at. Yep, got entered at this level, I presume. Was it this level, that level? I can't remember, but I think it was this level, if I'm not mistaken. And then price pushed to the upside. We were really expecting this to come down. Remember, this guys was waiting for this to come to that buy limit and then push, but somehow it just stopped halfway. I knew it was going to push. I thought it was going to push out at this level, but it failed. And I said, okay, if it fails to this level, it's going to come down. It came down, but it didn't come as low as we wanted it to before pushing to the upside. Something just happened. I think it was NZD that happened, and then everything just started going up. So this is it. NZD dropped and every other thing started going up. So this is it. Yep. So this is going up right now. So I'm actually expecting to get to this level if I find the next reaction, because of the key levels. Remember how I do? key levels. This is a key level. If you look them in the history, look at price been there, react, price been there, react, price been there, react. So I expect price to come here and react. So we might just see that drop, might just see that drop before the push up, or it may just drop altogether, go to that level, and then continue to the downside. Anything is possible, but another possible scenarios for that to happen, and then we'll continue. But again, remember, when price gets to a key level like this, we'll have a reaction. If it's coming up, probably just get a short sell, maybe 20, 10, 20 pips or 30 pips at most. Not at most, because I remember AUD USD gave much more than that. So you might want to look for a short win at this level if you want to scalp that. So yep, so that's AUD NZD. Which one again? GBPU AUD. Remember, I was saying that waiting for this to break out of that level and start looking for sell to the downside. So now it's not set on stone. Anything is possible with GBP pairs. So right now, this is what's happening. It's broken down as we thought it would, and now it's retested, and now I think it's coming down. So I'm not in this one. So possibly, let me see. Possibly, we might see. Well, normally, sometimes they would drop and then they will give it a deep pushback before they continue to the downside. So you may actually wait for that. But if you're already in this, kudos, just ensure you move your stop loss to profit. This pays a lot and also charges a lot as well. So this is where we're at. So you could wait for this to come back up. If you haven't entered, so price may still come back up, but then remember, if you have that, you must have your stop loss somewhere close by, because price may just push all the way back up, retest, and then continue to the upside. So this may be a fake breakout, just as we've been seeing it here. Be another fake breakout. So, but try to manage that. But I'll keep send out charts as they occur, so we can all look at it together. CAD yen, look at this guy. I don't know how. Yep. Well, same thing that happened on Friday. Came in, just pushed it up to the upside. So as you can see, however, that head and shoulder didn't hold. So right now, this is where price is at. I'm going to ignore this one altogether. I would say, okay, look for a trade up here for retest for some people that want to do it, retest, and then you can take it to the upside. But if you want to do that, it's entirely up to you. But for me, I'm leaving this trade altogether. All right, I'm leaving this trade altogether. That's CAD yen. Let me see that. That's CAD yen. Yep. Euro JPY. Now, guys, I remember this one. We were all looking at it, expecting that move. I know some of us were in this. Oluwole, myself, and Francis really looked at this pair. We're really expecting this to drop because of that massive break retest. If you just looking at this, you would definitely see that wasn't a bad trade, because you can see seems something like a bullish bearish flag, and again a channel. Remember, something breaks out of a channel. When you breaks out of a channel, what do you expect? A retest of that channel for a drop. So everything was just working in favor. Key level, price breaks out of it, retest. So two things that I was looking at. Three. A channel, price broke out of a channel, came back and retested it. What would we be expecting? A drop. It actually happened, because I think we entered at this point, so it dropped, and then it went back up. The second thing was the fact that was a key level, price broke out of it. What would you expect? A retest, and after that, what do you see? A drop, which we see happen, but then something happened and pushed it back up. So this is where price is at. So I would say ignore this altogether for now. So okay, I think hope my recording hasn't stopped. Okay, my recording hasn't stopped because my microphone just started having issues. Okay, I'm gonna say you might need to. Oh, no. I think it's changed. Let me just make that. Not be fully. Meeting audio may not be fully recorded. I need to sort that out altogether. So it's probably a mess. Okay, it's back now. Okay, good. So confirm where the audio is at. Yep. Sorry about this, guys. Technical issues. So Swiss franc yen for that one, if you want, I would say ignore this one unless you want to take a trade at this level. When it comes to this level, then you can start looking for a trade to take it back down there. Yep, but for me, I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to leave it all together. Look for something better. Swiss franc yen, that was another one that we're looking for. I was expecting that to drop, yeah, because we actually saw this move. Some of us that caught this move, caught that move from the upside, I think, yeah, and then we thought we were going to get that that was a massive drop, by the way. We thought we were going to get a retest of that level, where anyway I had my stop loss moved in just in case. So, but yes, it got there, reaction as you can see, and so I was expecting it to drop, but it didn't. But what did he do? Came back and took me out on my stop loss and then pushed up. I wish I'd seen this. That would have been a massive double-sided win. Yep. So, but that's happened. So this may be what's left now for this trade. Yep, come back there and then push to the upside. You know, you see, guys, see how I trade. I don't have any indicators whatsoever. I only trade price action, just following what price is doing. Break, retest, trade. Support and resistance, price at key level, look for trade. Maybe engulfing candle at a key level with a pullback and then look for trade. Those are the strategies that I use. I don't really put too much of what's it called, too much of not even too much, I don't even put any indicator on this thing because I don't really believe in a lot of indicators. I know, I'm not saying that people that use indicators are bad traders. I'm not saying that there's no one strategy that is superior to any strategy, but I find that it's easier for me to trade without indicators, without a lot of things for me to monitor. I could just look at price and see what price is doing. Breaks and retests, I'm just going to look for trade. Breaks and if I say pause breakout, fine, takes me out, look for another trade, just move on. The most important thing is trading consistently, not trade one and then you find out that okay, I lost that trade and I sit down, I get upset and everything. So if you miss a trade, just let it go, look for another trade, then trade, and then look at it over a month, over 2 months, over 6 months, and see how you're doing, instead of sitting down and getting upset about missing a trade. You will miss a trade. It's just like any kind of business whatsoever. There are people that are going to pay, you're going to sell something to, they are not going to give you either, give you, not probably owe you. Those things happen in the market. Sometimes you might just write it off as bad debts. It happens, business, it's life, so you just need to go ahead, keep pushing, keep grinding, just keep looking for opportunities. Can't sit down the failures, on the lessons, I should rather say. All right, so that's that one. Come back into that level and then possibly push to the upside. Or if you want to look for the sell, we can look for a sell coming back down into that level and then push to the downside. All right, so but I'm not looking for sell on this one. Possibly be looking for buy if I'm going to trade this, but I don't know. Swiss franc, yen, and CAD yen. I may be leaving them for now, but I'll see how it goes. I'll send the charts out as they happen, as they play out. Yep, look at this one struggling here. We're looking for that. In fact, I was actually looking for Euro USD to push all the way to that level and then look for from here. I took it from here for some of you guys that saw the move. I think I saw it all the way from here. Yep, that's where I saw it. Your stop loss somewhere around here, and as you can see, price pushed, dropped, pushed, dropped. I was happy when I started seeing this, and then what happened? It dropped. Yeah, but I didn't flinch. Why? Because I had my stop loss just below here. And then what did you see? Pushed up again and then came back down, and out of nowhere you see that move to the upside. So it's just to be able to see levels, just look at the levels and trust the levels and then work with it. But if it doesn't play out, it's fine, just move on to the next level. Why did I trust that level? Because of this level. It's been there before. Came when it got there, pushed, got back there, pushed, and I felt if it comes back there, it's gonna push again. At least have some form of reaction. And as long as it doesn't break that level, then I know I'm still good. Yep. So that was why. So for this one now, this may be a good trade. Remember our strategy engulfing candle. So we may see a pushback, or maybe it wouldn't push back up for price to continue to the downside. Generally, this trade is a bearish market, as you can see. But what I was just simply doing there was taking advantage of the counter trend opportunity to trade this. It's a bearish market. See, I think one other thing I did was also to look at that trend line, as well. So now price is coming down. So the general thing for this market is bearish. But I would not trade this. I would not sleep inside of this trade until, my main point, my main area is here when price breaks this all together. That's where I'll be looking for my trade, my main selling trade. So for here, if I'm going to take a trade, I'm just going to be careful so I don't lose the small that I made from, so if you want to take that trade, where is it now? Okay, I need to delete a lot of things. So just, yep, you see that move. So can just look for an opportunity to sell this, and then when you sell it back into that level and take your profit. You could even sell it back to this level, previous low, or this level. Ensure you might take advantage of the previous lows. Don't just believe it's going to come all the way back here. Just take advantage. Once you see it getting closer, just move your stop loss in, to secure at least a considerable amount of bag before price comes in, just in case it comes back up and takes you out. So that's that trade. Which one again? So let me just move this out of this place. Probably give it somewhere better. Yeah. Yep. Good. Okay. So Euro odd, guys. Remember this trade as well. Another good trade. Good trade. What did I say? I said price is going to bounce from me. In fact, if you look at it, the what's it called now? The drawdown wasn't at all great. Yep, wasn't at all great. And if you even want to follow our trading strategy, engulfing candle, pullback wasn't that great anyway, but pullback nonetheless, pullback into, if I mark this out, let me see. If I mark this out as my, yep. So I would say that wasn't a bad, that wasn't bad because price came back into previous, you can see, it came back into previous low or previous high of this other one. So it came back there before bouncing. So it wasn't all that bad. It wasn't all that bad. Normally we would have expected it to come down, but that didn't happen. It's all good. I think I even entered somewhere around here. But what was important was where we are getting out. Oh, no. Yeah. What was important was where we were getting out, which was this level. And as you can see, when price got to that level, bounce and dead. What did you see? And apart from that, I also saw that inverted head and shoulder here, and then that played out as well. So you need to look at different ways of confirming your trade to see if it will play out the way you expect it to. So that happened. So that gave me, this pretty much just gave me confidence to continue looking at this. Yep, that continued to that side, and then it dropped. I missed it. I didn't take this one, be honest. But now this is where it is. So who knows? Might just come down, but I'm not going to trade it until price comes back into this level to look for another sell back to the top. I'm just going to try if I can get 2 wins. That would be really beautiful. Now we don't. So that would be my trade. But if it continues to the upside, I'm not going to touch it till it comes back up. Why? Price is in consolidation right now. There's no point buying in the middle or selling in the middle. Just wait for price to come back to previous highs or previous lows so you can look for your trade. So this is more likely. It's more likely for price to come back into this zone than push to the upside. All right. So that's that one. What next? NZD card. Yeah, some of us, if you were with me, you've seen that I've been trailing this pair, been looking for it to do that and then drop. Yes, it did that and then dropped, and now it's here where I'm really, my main trade is this place, guys. My main trade is this place, guys. That's where I'm really looking for my trade. Yeah, I may have entered at this level. I know I have two trades running, but I'm not really gonna sit down with it because this may just happen and then it continues to the upside. But I've protected my profit already. So, but if you see it's pushing, it may just be doing this to continue to the downside. Yep, then do that and then continue. You see that trade already. You can see what's happening. So now to the smaller time frame, I had a lot of write-ups. Let me see what the write-ups were. Price may continue to the upside. Yeah, I did see that. So it came down, it's pushing back up. So that's the same, something similar to what we're seeing here. Flag drop, push up, drop, push up, drop. So that may be happening again. So now your trade is not here because this is in the middle. Yep, your trade is at this level. So you might be buying at this level, possibly back up here or possibly back up here, just as I have indicated here. But just wait for price to come back here, either here or come back to this level. These are your levels. Buy at levels, don't buy in the middle. Buy in the middle, you risk losing that trade because it could do anything. It could go either way. But if you take them at the higher time frames or the lower time, if you take them at the highs or the lows, you increase your chances of winning. Or you can wait for this altogether for price to break out and then look for your win. Yep. So that's NZD card. USD Swiss franc. I'm gonna leave this guy. I won't be bothered with this trade because, yep, see, dropped. I was looking for a trade here. Got hit by this one. I was looking for a trade here. Some of you know I entered a trade here, but see what happened. Came in, pushed, and took me out. I think I had my stop loss here. Took me out and then pushed to the upside. The only way I'll be looking for a trade here again is if price comes back into that level. Yep, comes back into that level. Then I look for my sell back to the structure down here where we've been trying to look for trade all along. But if that doesn't, I'm not even going to take it if it does this, because could fail again and then continue. So I'll be looking for trade. If price breaks that all together, then comes down here to be able to consider this a valid sell for me. Yes, I can try to be patient like that. So here is my trade, and here is my trade level. So those two levels are where I'll be looking for trades. Next thing I'll probably be, this will probably be my last, and this one as well. Yep, I entered at this point somewhere around here, and then what did you see? Price dropped massively. Good trade, came up and dropped again. So I was expecting this to, I knew it was going to pull back, but I just didn't know how deep or, I was deep the pullback was going to be. So it dropped. I expected it to come down here before pushing. It kind of came down, yes, after pushing to this level. It kind of came down, but it didn't push back to that level. It stopped halfway, and then I knew it was going to bounce, and it bounced as well. So it didn't play out exactly as I thought, but then it played out nonetheless. So at this level, so you might be looking for your trade at this level, just like I looked for trade. Why? Because price respected these levels. So might be looking for a trade at this level. That's not to say that, because look at this, came back into previous size. So, and it's already putting a pin bar here. So that may mean that it's ready to push to the downside, but nope, I'm not taking it. I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to, as far as I'm concerned, this is consolidation. So I'm not going to take a trade in the middle of a trade, middle of a move. So I'm going to wait for it to come back here to increase my chances of winning. That would be my buy or sell limit, possibly stop loss somewhere around here, TP here. See, risk to reward, risk, because if I enter here, this is probably where it might push my entry into, and I put my stop loss here still. You see the distance, that's my risk and that's my reward, 1-to-1. So I don't want to take that risk. It's better I take it here. That would be my risk, and all of this would be my reward. See how I do it? So yep. So for that one, I would say wait for it to push to the upside. It's showing indication of a pin bar, but I'm not really gonna. But even though it continues to the downside, I'm not gonna bother. So I rather wait for this to break all the way down here, come back into it before I start looking for this sell. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is a consolidation. So what do we do with consolidations? We let price break out of consolidations, and then okay, so make it like that. So If that happens, I'm gonna wait for price to break, possibly wait for it to break out of here altogether, like I said, and then look for my trade. So yeah, wait for that trade, wait for it. All right. So that's the last one for tonight, guys. I'm not gonna look at USD CAD. I'm gonna look at USD JPY. I'm probably gonna ignore them for today because I don't like the way they've been moving. Although it gave us good winnings here, but I thought it was going to just go and then drop. It dropped and then push to the upside. This one as well, it's just been consolidating as well, going up and down. See, up and down. So I'm not going to look at this ones until I see a clear move out of the market. So guys, thank you very much for listening in. Thank you for watching this. I would see you guys on the other side. I pray for a successful trading week for us. I pray that God will give you the opportunity to see these things better than the way I see them, so that you can take advantage of them and then give you the resources as well, because capital is key. If you do not have capital, how do you trade? I know for some of us, we're still praying that God blesses us, good capital, so that we can pump into our equity bank and stuff, so that it increases our earnings. Yep. Because if you have, like, say for instance, 100,000, 200,000 pounds in your account, it means you don't even need to trade. You don't need to trade what's it called? You don't need to do 10% or 20%. All you need is probably 1% or 2%, and you're good to go. Yep. So guys, thank you very much for listening in. I would see you on the other side. God bless.